watching GSTV UK. Keep watching.
सलाम अलैकुम बखैर आगरे दोस्तों। आज नदीम आपके साथ है। हमारे साथ आज डिस्कशन कुछ डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ वे पे होगी, टोटली डिफरेंट डिस्कशन टुडे। वी स्टार्ट अवर दिस प्रोग्राम विद माय ऑनरेबल गेस्ट एंजेलिना रे एंड समीना खान। बेसिकली हम आज हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं। वी आर वेलकम एंजेलिना रे हियर. And I think she can introduce herself by her own, because she is a spiritual lady and very inspired. She inspired me basically because of her work and her dedication towards his work, towards her work, and a lot of other things. Yes, Angela Ray, welcome to our GSTV that show tonight, today, and just introduce yourself, because the audience want to know who you are, what sort of work you are doing, and what we are going to do today. Just Angelina.
Brilliant. Thank you, Nadeem. That was a lovely intro. So, hi, everyone. I'm really glad to be here today. Yeah, basically, I'm here to represent the soulfulness, really, in mind, body and spirit. But to just talk about my work as being multidimensional. And what I mean by that is that I help people to really find their purpose, to find their individuality, and sift their truth. So it's being able to kind of distinguish their own relationship with their tradition and their culture and their set of beliefs, so that they can find their unique soulfulness and who they're meant to be on this earth. So essentially, I help people to achieve their purpose in life and sift out all the cognitive noise that comes with conditioning. So yeah, and today, I do that in many ways. I mean, I get people to... Sorry.
Yes, carry on. Yeah. Yes, we are welcoming Samina Khan as well. Samina Khan.
I do this in many ways, really.
We just welcome Samina. Samina is here as well. Samina Khan is also joining us today because she's also related to same kind of subject. Basically, if I can explain, Angelina, basically the specialty of Angelina to work with the spirit, the spiritual kind of things, and the spiritual life, basically how the spiritual life affects and how we can change and just bring some difference in our life. And Samina, basically Samina's specialty is nutrition and how to just modify their life, and if they just change their routine of life, and a lot of other things we can discuss with her as well. We welcome Samina. Samina, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam, Nadeem. Thank you, Angelina. Thank you for the introduction. As Nadeem rightly said, उसने मुझे ये तारीफ दी है, मैं nutrition के बारे में, body के बारे में, health के बारे में बात करूँगी आज. So we're gonna look at how together you can maintain balance in lifestyle, how you can achieve to be the best you possibly are through your mind, body, and spirit. We're very lucky to have Angelina today for her specialities in this area, and hopefully you should take away some brilliant tips on health and body, mind, and spirit from all of us.
Yes. Thank you very much for both of you, and especially Angelina, because Angelina and Samina both are very, very busy working ladies, and they got a lot of clients, and obviously they're very difficult to just spare time for that kind of show for us. And thank you very much once again. And I just come again to Angelina Ray. Angelina, just because Samina just entered, and that's why we just can't complete your things, what you were just saying that time. Please carry on with your introduction about your subject, please. Angelina.
There's a bit of interference, Nadeem. I don't quite... Hello?
Yes, you can continue.
Sorry, I've got you now.
Yes, Angelina. Can you hear me now?
Hello. Yeah, it's a little bit. There's a back noise that that's coming with every time you speak. It's delayed, so it's a little bit difficult to get you. But yeah, it feels a little bit clearer now. Maybe it's...
Samina, if you once you guys set your mics, then after that, if you touch the mics again and again, then maybe the noise come. But it's okay now. Can you hear me, Angelina, now? Can you hear me now, Angelina?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like if I ask you, if I ask you something, just like if I put a first question in front of you, because you know there are a lot of problem in the society because a lot of stress, anxiety, depression going on, and a lot of people don't know how the spiritual side of the life affects their daily routine. Can you explain a little bit, put a light on this thing, what the spiritual life and how you can spiritually fix the problems of the people, basically? If you can explain this thing, please, because audience want to listen this side of spiritual lifestyle.
Okay. I'm going to just work with my intuition, because what's happened is the noise is cut out quite considerably. I can catch 1 or 2 words of what you're saying, but you're asking me a question on perhaps how I might be able to help people be systemic, to look overall to maintain their overall health. And how I do that. I come from a counselling background, so predominantly I come from talking therapies. I'm a humanistic therapist. But then 10 years ago, what I discovered was a real interest in finding out more about the unconscious mind, and realising that we had to work with this, with different modalities. And so the fitness world that I kind of entered into after that allowed me to have an experience with the body, the physical form, and what was housing all my emotions. And it was through then that I really connected with this sense of life bigger than the perception that I was carrying. So I was experiencing this embodiment of divine, and people talk about their religions and faith system. That was my sort of encounter to really conceptualizing what my higher self is about. And then I realized from that, and delving into holistic therapies and things like Reiki and alternative, even to do, like Samina, she works quite closely with using aromatherapy. I realised that by integrating lots of different senses, we could actually enhance the way we feel and think, and it would really help neutralise some of the chaos that's in our head. Because I think often we carry around us values that we're not aware of, and we don't actually understand what's happening in the unconscious mind to contradict where we want to go in the future. We kind of say we want to go one place, but our soul, our heart, our set of feelings and beliefs conflict, and they take us away from where we want to go sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like to add clarity into that, and I suppose that's where I worked into the whole multi-senses, the clairvoyant work that I do, so I can see and feel experiences that are around a person, so that they can understand a lot more about what they're kind of working with.
Yeah, thank you very much. And you know, the people sometimes, Samina also here, because sometimes the people have a lot of problems, but they don't know what kind of problems going on in their life, and they just think maybe a lot of people have no idea what the spirituality can change their life. Some people, basically all the religious system in our culture, and we think if a Muslim, if they got some problem, spiritual life is in the mosque, and if a Hindu, and he think his spiritual life is in the mandir, and if a Christian, he think maybe they think maybe their spiritual life in the church. But there's a different from the religion perspective. There's a different kind of spiritual life. Just like, if I can say, if you can add maybe more things in it, basically, when you feel some loneliness or when you feel some sadness in you, you can sit alone and have some meditate yourself, and just like, you know, try to look inside you, basically. And these all things make you different from the other prospect, because of the other part of life. A person, when they feel some sadness or something, what do you recommend? How they know, okay, they need a spiritual, basically spiritual guidance from someone who can fix that problems in their life? Because sometimes we just lost the way, and the spiritual person or spiritual, basically the coach, his duty is, or her duty is, to basically found the way of life for that person and try to fix their problems, what's going on in their mind. Am I right, Angelina?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my phone so I can hear you on my phone. But because like I said, you come in and out, but I can tell that what you're saying is very valid. And I think what you're saying is about the actual non-clarity of just feeling you losing your way. I'm trying to pick up again what you may have shared with the group. But I think, are you asking me how someone can distinguish their truth in the noise?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Angelina,
Yes,
that's what
yes.
he was asking, that how we connect to that non-religious faith system to find our guidance and clarity to deal with our everyday life issues.
Yeah, okay. So the non-dogmatic kind of approach is it's to be able to have no ownership of it's how I describe it is trying to feel like you have control in your destiny, yet being okay with not knowing. And many people I feel that come to me for therapy or for a reading, it's quite actually the irony in actually giving a reading in itself is the fact that we do have responsibility of our destiny, but also we have to be able to surrender to our creator. And I always put that focus on who all my clients and who I speak to, that they have the driving seat. They have direct control of where they're going and destined to go. So it's really about teaching discernment. Really, it's helping people to, and some people call it their third eye. Discernment fits well for a lot of people. It's just their inner knowingness. And I feel what's really helpful is to help people distinguish what their thoughts feel like, what their heart feels like, and what their intuition, so what their gut feels like, because they're three separate messages. And it comes with a bit of practice and a lot of self-awareness. And I kind of use the approach focus cut, because when someone presents a series of problems, it may be very tangible. It could be that they feel stuck in practical issues such as finance. So on the cognitive level, it can be very tangible. And yet I work with the form and the formless. So I recognize the dilemma and the challenge. But within that, I also say that there is things that happen for a reason. So I get someone to look at the opportunity in the lack of finance. What are the lessons that are trying to be shown to you around your lack of money? Messages in there from the divine somewhere in it. Maybe you're off track. Maybe you're not in the career that your soul wants you to go to. And that's where I help people tap into their faith system and in their individual Allah, their God, their spirit guides, because he knows the answer. We can feel that. But sometimes we lose that sense because we're stuck and locked in with the thought process. So essentially, I help people to be their own intuitive, their own reader, so they can tap into their guidance, hear the whispers, see the synchronicities. It's a gradual process, because we have to train ourselves to be able to connect that way, because we're not usually the conforming way is not to that. We're not taught that at school. We're not taught about the soul and spirit in school. Religion, yeah, to some extent, but I don't think we're taught about it holistically and systemically. And people get confused with culture, tradition and religion. It is all merged in one, but I feel it's like we need to understand our individual relationships with each category so we can integrate it in a way that's authentic and true to the soul, because that is when we feel we're at discord, when we're in conflict with the three.
That's very good. Yes, thank you very much, Angelina. And I just explained to my audience, because the Angelina background is basically the mom side is Chinese and the dad side is English, and she not understand the, Urdu and Punjabi, but we have a lot of audience connected with the Urdu and Punjabi, and side by side we can speak a little bit Punjabi Urdu, and that's the reason Samina Khan is here as well, because the Samina Khan is a interpreter between the listeners and our discussion sometime, and because she understands Punjabi and Urdu, and we can talk a little bit Punjabi Urdu as well. And Angelina, I hope you don't mind. We whenever we can talk something, we can discuss with you as well. Sometimes because some Urdu and Punjabi audience also attached with us. सत श्री अकाल पाजी, सलाम अलैकुम, आप सब दोस्तों को बहुत बहुत सलाम. We can talk a little bit Punjabi Urdu as well, and Angelina, I hope you don't mind. We can talk something, we can discuss with you as well. Anyone also attached. Yeah. अपना just switch off your mic, because your mic, I can listen to your mic. One of you off your speaker. One of you off your speaker. Maybe you're on your speaker on. Please off your speaker.
Oh.
Yeah. And now Samina, अस्सलाम वालेकुम, आपको बहुत बहुत सलाम, वेलकम करते हैं. ये अपना स्पीकर आप ऑफ करें. Somebody on his speaker, please off the speaker. Off your speaker. Maybe Angelina, your speaker is on. Please off your speaker. Just use the headphone, yeah. And thank you very much, Samina. वेलकम करेंगे आपको. आज हम यहाँ बात कर रहे हैं कि अगर मैं अपनी उर्दू ऑडियंस के साथ बात करूं कि जो स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ है इंसान की, इंसान को नहीं पता होता कि इंसान को कोई प्रॉब्लम्स है. हर इंसान के गिर्द एक कुछ नेगेटिव और पॉजिटिव एनर्जीज मौजूद होती हैं. इन नेगेटिव और पॉजिटिव एनर्जीज के दरमियान एनी प्रॉब्लम जो पैदा होता है तो इंसान जो है अपने आप को स्ट्रेस और एंजाइटी की तरफ लेके जाता है. हर इंसान के साथ प्रॉब्लम हो सकते हैं. अब ये प्रॉब्लम दो तरह से होते हैं जहां तक मैं समझता हूं. नंबर वन is from the spiritual sort of life, basically how he got thinking about other things and how he behaving with other stuff and how he react with different things and how his relationship is going on with his life and his friends and his family and other relationships. But the other side of life is basically your nutrition. How your sleeping time, your food, your hygiene, and your exercise mode of your life, and these other things. This also affects your life and your personality. So Samina, just explain how you're going to work with the people's problems, how your work is going on. You can explain Urdu and English both, if possible.
Okay.
Yes,
so
Samina.
Going back, जो एंजेलिना ने अभी बात की है कि वो इस तरीके से काम करती है कि वो देखती है कि इंसान कहाँ है अपनी लाइफ में, उनके कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स क्या हैं उनके अंदर, उनको किस चीज़ों में कमी महसूस हो रही है, पॉजिटिव, नेगेटिव, और उनके आसपास कौन सी चीज़ें जो बदलना चाहिए या उनको गाइडेंस चाहिए. उनकी जो way of dealing with what we refer to as spirit is to define who you are, to believe in yourself, and then connect back to all the things that you're part of, your culture, your religion, the people around you. That is a really important guidance system to take for everyone who's facing any issues at the moment, because my strongest belief with mind, body, nutrition, health is that your mindset has to be right. If your mind is right, you can achieve and overcome anything that you put your mind to. So if you have a health issue, if you are suffering with family relationships, until you don't correct yourself, you cannot bring everything back into some sort of order and balance in your life. So it's very important to look at mind, body, spirit together. Things that we do like praying and everyday things that we take for granted, but we have to do them with a clear mind. We have to enforce a sense of meditation into our lives. So we're in like a neutral position, because if we're neutral, we can observe, we can see clarity, and we can find solutions, and we can limit the kind of like negative things around us and the negative thoughts around us. From एक न्यूट्रिशन के पर्सपेक्टिव से और बॉडी के पर्सपेक्टिव से आप ये देख सकते हैं कि इस वक्त आप फील कैसे कर रहे हैं. अगर आप एंग्शियस हो, अगर आप बहुत ज़्यादा परेशान हो, आपका ब्लड प्रेशर भी हाई हो सकता है, आप फ्लशेस भी हो सकते हैं, बहुत चीज़ें हो सकती है. उसमें हमारा दिमाग एकदम से कंफ्यूज होता है. वो कंफ्यूजन में जब हमें कुछ करना पड़ता है, हम उसको सही तरीके से कर नहीं पाते. हम वही कंफ्यूजन में चीज़ों को हैंडल करने लग जाते हैं. वही चीज़ों से फिर आगे और परेशानी बढ़ती है. किसी को हमने अपसेट कर दिया, हमने किसी की बात ठीक से सुनी नहीं है, तो हम ये कह रहे पहले अपने आप को काबू करो, अपने आप को समझो, उसके बाद अपने आप को देखो कि आपकी बॉडी किस हालत में, आपके इमोशंस किस हालत में, आप अगर बीमारी की तरफ से परेशान है, क्या चीजें आपको करनी चाहिए अपनी लाइफ को एक किस्म के बैलेंस में लाने के लिए, अपने आप को एक बैलेंस में लाने के लिए.
Thank you very much. And I just come back to all the audience. Basically, our show is today an introductory show, and where we can just explain what sort of subjects we are working on. And inshallah, with the coming our programs, we can select one topic on which we can talk only, specialty on that thingy. Basically, suppose somebody have a relationship issue, or somebody have a business problems or some work issues, and because of that work issues he got some stress, and some people have their kids and they have got some kids problem, and they are just go to the stress and anxiety, and a lot of other topics we'll discuss in our future program. But today, just like an introductory program, we can just overall talk on all kind of things. Angelina, I come back to you again. A person when come to you and he don't know what to do, how you start, how you work out with that client or that person who got some problems, who not feeling well inner side, because he got everything, he got money, he got cars, he got family, he got kids, he got wife, he got girlfriends, whatever, but still he feel empty from here, and he just lost basically. How are you going to work out with that person? Which are the steps you taking when somebody come to you? Angelina.
Okay, is that for me, NADEEN?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, cool. I think I got that. We're working with some interference, but it's the retrograde. So, yeah, I think that's a real common thing. You know, people seem to have everything. They have it all, don't they? They have it all but their happiness. And I always say, what are your core values? You know, what's important to you? And I feel like mine, love, freedom, empowerment, they're a few. But if what you're doing is not lined up to those values, then there is going to be a sense of lack. I always incorporate the aspect of gratitude and into practice, into your daily practice. And in many faith systems, I'm sure that's taught or instilled. It's that ability to really embrace everything that's around around you, and to be able to kind of, it's almost like to allow the newness to come in, we need to tend to the container. We need to sift through the old to bring the new, and we might have a lot of material goods, we might have a lot of status in that container. But what's lacking is the, like I say, everything's holistic and systemic. What is lacking is some of the values. What is it that represents love? Is it, I mean, the obvious kind would be romance, or what people would deem as a soul partnership with someone. And love it in general, love for your family, love for your friends. And we take it here on what it looks like to us, what it means, and get specific. And I feel that's when I think very few of us really spend the time to kind of really reflect on exactly the how things should look, how things should feel, how it would be. So it's like the visualization of things. If you were to meditate and to want to call upon maybe that sense of serenity, peace, or love, is to get clear on what that picture is like. And often people are stuck because they haven't even given themselves time to think about that. You know, and I always say what's really good is, what do you want to achieve and why? Is to draw up a list of, like, you know, like a bucket list almost. What would you like to do before you die? It's that kind of thing, and look at that list and go, why do I want that? Why do I want to see that place? Why do I want to visit that country? What will it give me? And I think when we have belief, hope, that those things can be attainable, that then ignites a little bit more of a experience other than just bringing in the materialism. I think Does that make sense?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Angelina. You explained very well everything, and I'll just come back to Samina again. Samina, if a person is very good all the time, but after that suddenly changes his body, just like me, I'm just I'm just gaining weight now. How he know something is going wrong? Because if the person is on his daily routine are same what he just 10 years ago, and he eat the same food, same routine of sleep or something, but suddenly his body is changing day by day, and he gaining weight, and what sort of changes coming coming in his life basically, and did he just is the edge of that time when he feel oh there's something going wrong in his body, and how he can just observe these all things and come to those kind of people who know about these all things. And मैं सब ऑडियंस को बताता जाऊं कि हमारे पास ये जो दो लोग बैठे हैं एंजेलिना और समीना, इन दोनों की स्पेशलिटी क्या है कि एक की स्पेशलिटी है कि स्पिरिचुअल जो जो प्रॉब्लम्स हमें होते हैं, यानी जो हमें देखने में तो नॉर्मल चीजें लगती हैं, लेकिन हम हमारे अंदर ऐसी कमियां होती है जिसकी वजह से हमारी एफिशिएंसी पे फर्क पड़ता है, हमारे रिलेशनशिप डिस्टर्ब हो जाते हैं, हमारा बिजनेस डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है, हमारा वर्क एनवायरनमेंट डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है। उस तरह के जो प्रॉब्लम्स इंसान को होते हैं वो एंजेलिना उसको डील करती है। और समीना की स्पेशलिटी ये है कि जो जो हमारे हमारे जो डेली रूटीन के अंदर जो प्रॉब्लम्स आते हैं हमें, जिसमें हमारी न्यूट्रिशन है, जिसमें हमारी बॉडी चेंजेस हैं, जिसमें हमारे हेल्थ इश्यूज आते हैं, उसके ऊपर ये गाइड करती है, ये कोच है। तो ये दोनों ऐसे कोच हैं जो लाइफ चेंज करते हैं। बेसिकली बोथ आर द लाइफ कोच हु मेक द लाइफ change, who can make changes in the life to make life more better and the best, and try to make you a best human being in the society. That's the reason these both people are here today with me, and the honorable guest with me, and inshallah we just carry on with that kind of things. And we got only 3 minutes left to go to the break. We go after 3 minutes, we go to the break. And Samina, just explain how if I feel अगर मुझे मेरा पेट बढ़ना शुरू हो गया जबकि मैं खाना वही खा रहा हूँ, 2 प्लेटें और 3 अंडे खा रहा हूँ, और जनाब वो दूध के मेरे 2 ग्लास डेली पी रहा हूँ, लेकिन फिर भी मेरा वेट बढ़ रहा है, मेरा वर्क रूटीन भी वही है, तो क्यों ऐसा होता है?
अच्छा, मैं पहली बात आपको ये पूछूंगी कि आपके इमोशनल हालात कैसे हैं। अगर आपकी रूटीन नहीं बदली, आपका खाना पीना वही है, तो हो सकता है आपके मेंटल स्टेट में आपको ये वेट गेन हो रहा है, आपकी कोई लाइफस्टाइल में कोई प्रॉब्लम है। तो मैं आपको पूछूंगी आप इस वक्त किस अपने माइंड से, अपनी एवरीडे लाइफ से कैसे डील कर रहे हो? आपको स्ट्रेस है, एंजाइटी है, आप बहुत ज्यादा परेशान हो जाते हो, क्या चीज आपके लिए बदली है ऑन इमोशनल लेवल?
यानी आप कहने का मतलब ये है कि इमोशनल, व्हेन द इमोशनली समबडी डिस्टर्ब, और माइट बी द एज फैक्टर आल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, बिकॉज़ जब इंसान की एज बढ़ना शुरू होती है,
बिल्कुल एज भी आती है बीच में, इमोशनल स्टेट भी आपकी, पहले जैसे एंजेलिना ने कहा है कि we strive for balance to know our spiritual know-how. Secondly, balance in our lifestyle. So if we are doing the same things and we are affected by external factors in our lifestyle, in our day-to-day, they will impact our body. Therefore, you have to do a check. You have to come back and you have to check what has changed. How am I dealing with things? What can I change again? Age is a factor. As you age, your body slows down. What you ate 10 years ago digests better. If you eat the same thing now, your body needs less. It turns over at a slower rate. Therefore, it is sensible to adjust your lifestyle, your eating pattern, your everything against your age, where you are, and what your body needs. And I emphasize to a lot of my clients, it is so important that you adjust your routines against where you are in your life.
Okay, Samina, Samina, just pause for a second. We are going on break in next 10 seconds, and we'll come back shortly. And thank you very much, everyone, all the audience, and जो हमारे स्पॉन्सर्स हैं जिन्होंने आज हमारे शो को स्पॉन्सर किया, हम लोग सब यहाँ बैठे हुए हैं, उन तमाम लोगों को कहेंगे कि हमारे साथ रहिएगा। स्टे ट्यून्ड GSTV, and stay tuned. Angelina, Samina, and Nadeem will come back shortly. Just few seconds break, yeah.
You're watching GSTV UK. Keep watching.
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you very much, Angelina. You're here with me, and whenever we see that ad, the Rishta.com, the Rishta meaning, Angelina. You know the Rishta meaning. What's the meaning of Rishta?
Good job you were just drinking coffee.
No, I said,
yeah, I'm actually getting friends to message me.
Rishta meaning. You know the meaning of Rishta? Basically, I just speak to all the audience because you might be not understand Urdu, some sentences or some words. That's why Samina is here. We'll just attach all the audience, the Urdu, Punjabi, and the English people as well. But the Rishta meaning is basically the marriage basically our one just like ad is going on. The Rishta.com mean if the people want to marry and then people are looking for the partners, they just come and join that show as well. And yeah, this is also a big problem because sometimes when people not get married in time and they not found the right partner in their life, and that's why they also go in a lot of stress and anxiety and depression. Thank you. Welcome, Samina. I think your cup of tea is ready.
Huh.
Yeah,
Sorry,
and
Nadeem,
that's
I
why.
missed that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We just talking about because the Rishta.com. I just asked Angelina what the meaning of Rishta, and I then explained to her Rishta mean is a matrimonial. Just like a marriage. If you found looking for a partner, then we can go for it. But sometime, just like because of that word, comes something in my mind. Because of sometimes people not found the right partner, and they're living with the person whole of their life, but they know inside this is not the right partner, but they are coping with that person, and that kind of things also brings some stress in their mind because the other person not understand you and you not understand that person, and might be that kind of things also come build depression in your mind. Maybe in the beginning of your life you are stronger because you're younger, you can cope with that kind of things, but the passage of time, when you are growing old and your age factors come in it, then maybe you lose your temper, and slowly you see a lot of problems coming on after marriage. 5 year of marriage or 10 year of marriage, the divorces come and a lot of things have come, and that sort of problems. I think when somebody feels depression or stress or feel something different to living with a partner, and that's the time you should go to your coach, your spiritual coach, and discuss your life, all matters, and try to fix your problems. What do you think, Angelina? Am I right? Hello, Angelina.
Okay, you come to me, yeah? The weirdest thing is you can't trust technology sometimes. It just goes up the wall. But I am going to reply on what I feel that you have just been speaking about, because I did get a few of the words that you were saying. And I think what you were talking about was relationships and being in flow with a partner, someone in life, and how you deal with contradictions or conflicts. I always feel that relationships are about learning about our soul and who we are, because I try and bridge the gap with science and what we call energy or spirituality, religion and faith system, because it's about understanding that like attracts like, and with every action becomes a reaction. And it's almost, I always try and look for the opportunities in things in life. So if someone is displaying behavior that feels maybe confrontational, maybe aggressive, perhaps hurtful, just of a discord to a harmonic feeling that you would rather be experiencing, I always feel that that's an indication that it's showing a kind of conflict in our soul, in our heart, in what we're experiencing. The easiest way I would say to shift it is to really be clear on our scripts, on our blueprints, on our memories, on what's happened in our past, because that person, that partner is mirroring your own. If they say something to you that hits you here, it's often because in here holds a memory of the past. So when they say, I don't like the way I don't know, like what you're wearing today, couldn't hit you right here to an experience in the past where you were put down as a child. Because really, if we are completely whole in ourselves, if we are feeling on par with ourselves energetically, the response to a loved one wouldn't hurt us, because we'd be able to back that off in a way with because I always say it's about unconditional positive regard. It's being able to be the observer. It's to be able to step out of the experience and observe rather than react. And I always use the element of, it's kind of like cause and effect. Do you want to be in the cause mode or the effect mode? Do you want to be reacting to the behavior of a loved one? Or do you want to be the master of the creation? Do you want to say that my thoughts alone, my awareness of where I'm going, can transform this experience, because I can choose to react? And what happens is, like I said, like attracts like. Have you ever been in a room with someone who's really depressed, and you try and get them upbeat and happy, but sometimes they're just not meant to be there yet, because they have some lessons to understand and they have their own journey. I always say, as a counsellor or as a medium, don't ever step in that person's world and stay there. We're to remain separate. And I think that's what happens often with marriage, or in close friendships, is that we can enmesh into each other's feelings as if we are. And I always say we are one, but understand there's a there's a component with everything. We are one, but it's like being attached to everyone, everyone, but not everything. Or did I say right way around? But it's about saying, I'm separate, in my own right. I can connect with my friends, with my family, with my loved ones, but I don't have to mesh in their world. And that's what I'm saying about true purpose, is understanding that our job in this world is to be individual. Our job, our purpose, is to be comfortable with difference, to understand that our purpose is being unique. Yeah, and we're never to compare ourselves to someone. And I think that's where we get into trouble with relationships, because we want to please the other person. Yeah. And then we get resentful. And it's really not their fault, because we've conditioned ourselves to do that in the first place. Made that choice to want to please them in that way. When really, if they're the right match vibrationally, it's kind of, we love you regardless. I love you whatever you do. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, yeah, that's how I work with relationships. Yeah. I just know that they're a mirror to me. Yeah, try to just like create that. Try to create and empower that enlightenment in the person, who just make a positive vibrations in you to attract other person, your life partner, and he gonna be get that attraction in you and then come back to the normal position. That's very good, Angelina. मैं समीना की तरफ आऊंगा. समीना, आप क्या कहते हो? क्या रिलेशनशिप के अंदर जो स्ट्रेस होता है, कभी-कभी शुरू में तोता मैना की तरह शादी होती है और बड़ा अच्छा टाइम गुजरता है, लेकिन वही रिलेशनशिप after 2-3 kids gonna be more worst, and a lot of fights going on between a lot of the people. कुछ अर्से के बाद फिर चीजें जो है ना एक दूसरे के खिलाफ पीठ पीछे बैट बाइटिंग शुरू हो जाती है. औरत अपने तौर पे लाइफ देख रही होती है, मर्द अपने तौर पे लाइफ देख रहा होता है. तो आप क्या समझते हो कि क्या जब रिलेशनशिप में वो मोड आ जाए कि आप अपने लाइफ पार्टनर के साथ, अपने दोस्त के साथ आप कोई बात शेयर ना कर सको जो दिल में है, इसका मतलब है कि नाउ टाइम टू कम टू गो टू द लाइफ कोच हु कैन फिक्स दिस प्रॉब्लम. आप क्या कहते हो?
लाइफ कोच के पास जाना बहुत जरूरी है. अपने आप के ऊपर सवाल करना कि मैं अगलों की तरफ देखकर what am I looking for from that person and what is lacking in me, because usually our relationships are a reflection of who we are. So the way we deal with things, the way we are, is usually a reflection of what we lack within ourselves. When जब हम ये शादी के बारे में बात करते कि एक औरत की एक किस्म की priorities बदल जाती, एक मर्द की भी priorities बदल जाती. You know, a woman gets very orientated looking after the house, the husband, the children, and she fixates herself to a role. You know, a good wife, a good mother, and a husband as well. He becomes like a provider. However,
And
in
and
all of
and
this,
and one thing I'm going to add. Sometimes a good mother, a good wife, but sometimes the husband forget she's also a good friend. Obviously, balance. And
there is
yeah,
balance. As Angelina rightly said, वो यही बता रही है, your relationships are a reflection of you. To do a duty as a wife, a mother, is almost like a responsibility. However, to be true to yourself and what you really want from your relationship for yourself is also important. It's so important for you to bridge the gaps and run your lives in parallel, because too often we see in families what happens is people drift apart, and the drift becomes so wide it becomes harder to bring it back together. So we must question ourselves. We must look to improve ourselves first. My father used to always say this to me, is before you किसी को criticize करने से पहले, अपने मियाँ को, किसी को, पहले अपने आप में देखो कि तुम्हारे में कौन सी गलतियां हैं. कि what are you not doing yourself that you are looking for something else from outside? You're seeking it from the other person. If we can give it, we will receive it. If we don't have it to give, we cannot take it. There's a really big energy thing that I'm sure Angelina will talk more on from her knowledge, is you have to give to receive. You have to give out what you want, and you will get that back.
yeah. And we come back to Angelina. Thank you very much, Samina. You just explained very, very, very good, and I think everyone can understand. Or the tamam audience, I just explained to all the audience first. If anyone got any question, because our show is going on live Facebook as well, and we're gonna just like tag this all program to our pages as well. And after that, anyone got any question from Angelina or Samina, they can write into our timelines, and our these guests, they love to reply their answers on that page. And after that, if somebody need a personal consultation with these two clients, they can contact to them directly to their Facebook inbox. And after that, they can make appointment with them to fix their problems. If they got anything, you want to discuss something, excuse me, because I talk a lot. एंड वन मोर थिंग, बिकॉज और जितने भी लोग हैं वो सुन रहे हैं, उनको ये बताना चाह रहा हूं मैं कि देखिए, कभी कभी हमें जरूरत पड़ती है एक राहबर की, एक रहनुमा की जरूरत पड़ती है. और कभी कभी हम एक मीडियम चाह रहे हो, तो वी नीड अ मीडियम बेसिकली टू थ्रो आवर इनसाइड एंजाइटी एंड डिप्रेशन आउटसाइड, टू टॉक टू समवन. We are so busy in our system, we are so busy in our work, our business, our environment, our relationships, our kids, our friends, blah blah blah, a lot of things. When we are too much busy, that then we haven't got any time to just think about ourselves. And sometimes then we need a medium basically to throw our inside anger, inside depression to outside. And there is a life coach, because they are prepared, they are the soldiers from God. I think they are the most special people in the society who have that power to listen to other people, to listen their problems. And the coach, basically, if the coach is standing outside of the game, he can see game very well. He can judge the things, how he can fix. And we need only to take his guidance and ask from him how we can fix our problems. And that's why these two honorable guests, Angelina and Samina, is here today with me. And I explained to everyone, Angelina are best in the spiritual side, and Samina is best on the body side. And I am joining these two minds together here, and I'm here working as a bridge between all languages here. Angelina, we come back to you. Can you hear me now, direct? Or my voice is coming late to you?
I just feel like yeah, and I feel it's evidence that sometimes it's about feeling words, and maybe this is just a crazy demonstration of that. Language is very powerful. Words are very powerful. But that's where I realised about the work that I'm in, about feeling. And I can't hear too much, I have to say. it is quite difficult, but we're working around it, and I feel like it's going okay. I get the gist of what you're saying, and I think what you've asked me is about being able to connect with other people and taking time to do that we have a busy life, and sometimes we don't know how to incorporate this connection with other human beings. And I'm wondering if that's kind of where you're going with what you were saying to me about the connection. Is that, have I got that right?
You're spot on.
Yeah, it's right. Carry on. Spot on,
yeah.
Angelina, you're spot on. Everything you picked up.
Thank you. Yes,
you're right. Completely on the right path.
You picked up very well. You are best to pick up things.
Brilliant. Really on the right path.
Samina. I think she's good on lip reading as well, because she knows what we're talking about.
She's energy reading. She's looking at she's feeling the environment kind of things, and we're in a climate at the moment where people are anxious, where people are uncertain, people are more unstable right now than they have been for a while. They've been put into more confinement from their day-to-day routines. There's more relationship issues, there's more anxiety, there's more health concerns. I'm finding more and more people are अभी इस वक्त ज़्यादा प्रायोरिटी सब दे रहे हैं अपनी हेल्थ पर और अपने पैसों पर. ये दो चीज़ों का बड़ा वैल्यू निकल रही है इस वक्त. और अपने रिलेशनशिप्स पर भी लोग वो तंग आ चुके हैं कि अपनी पार्टनर से, बच्चों से खुश नहीं हैं या कुछ ना कुछ हो रहा है. मगर इस वक्त है कि अगर हम पॉजिटिवली देखें, एंजेलिना भी बताएगी, अभी स्क्रॉल आप करें, प्लीज रीड करें कमेंट्स. एक अमीत बिलाल शाह भी कमेंट कर रहा है, उनकी भी वर्ड्स ऑफ विजडम आर ब्रिलियंट. प्लीज हैव अ लुक एट हिज कमेंट्स.
Yes,
this is the time for internal reflection. How can we improve ourselves in every way possible? Through our spirituality, through our mindset, through our body. What other health things can we do to be more efficient, more effective, to protect ourselves from illnesses? That doesn't mean we won't get ill. What it means is we will have a better state of recovery because we have that higher level of immunity. And same for relationships. Is this, we say what you cannot control, you let go of. That is the most sensible thing to do. If you let go of that thing is for you, it will come back. If it's not meant for you, it will leave. But if you try to control something beyond the barriers that are there, either it will break you or you will break it.
Yeah, it's true. That's very good. Angelina, I come to you back. Can you explain this a little bit in your perspective, please?
Yeah. Okay. I'm really trusting my gut here because I can pick up these pivotal words that are coming through, and I'm feeling in between the lines. But when it comes to finding that time to replenish and go and do the inner work with such turbulation, because our anxiety kicks in and we go into autopilot, and it's a natural human reaction. It's the sort of survival mode that we go to, of controlling what seems to be uncomfortable. And I think I often talk about it in terms of investing like you would a bank account, because if we look at energy as finance, and you stand out on the middle of the road, say, and say you are very good at offering advice and offering your support, and as an empath I truly get that, because that is what I feel like. Take me 10 years ago and I'd said that would be my purpose. But I think what happens is you realise that, like Samina was saying, it's a give and receive. It's a free flow. Everything is a duality. Everything is yin and yang. And so we have to understand about giving and receiving, allowing and being more passive, taking action and being still and mindful. And so when I say about the bank account, if we're busy focusing on other people a lot, it's like handing out cash in people's hands, and before we know it, we're like, oh, I've got no reserve for me. I kind of say it in terms of, to be able to give out more, we need to be able to receive more. It's like that whole with I like the idea of there's a word that I want to get. It's something about being able to be able to give with the money that you have. It's not entrepreneur. There's another word. It's a little bit. I can't get it. But it's that idea of understanding. We get our downloads, we get our inspiration when we're mindful and when we're still. And those downloads, those talk about it like your connection with your Allah, with your God, and with the divine. They will take you to the right place at the right time. That will kind of, I call it like it's almost like stopping time. It's like accelerating your time. It's like you could get a job done in an hour that might take you a week with just one specific download, because you've spent the time being mindful and in prayer or in your stillness to receive the messages that where they want to take you.
Angelina, would you
use that as a really good incentive to understand?
Would you say, Angelina, from your perspective, if we talk about living in the moment, like a meditation technique, to live in the moment, that allows us to do everything at that point in time with full focus and dedication. Therefore, we have so much clarity when we perform that task or when we're dealing with someone, that it just flows, as opposed to when we're handling multiple things at one time and we're trying to give little bits of time everywhere. And what we do is create this sort of confusion for ourselves and everyone else around us.
Absolutely. And it's like we're cooking a meal, it's all in the preparation.
Yeah.
Or like decorating a house. You have to prepare all your tools and have it ready. A big proportion of it is planning and preparation, and then it makes the actual doing just effortless. And that's what life should be when we're in flow. It should feel effortless. When we're connected to our source, our creator, everything should just feel smooth. And I get that completely, what you've said, Samina. And also there's that thing about empowering other people to be their own. It's like if we're helping people all the time, we're not allowing them also to be able to find their own power.
Yes, yeah.
So there is a fine line of everything. A discernment with action and non-action.
It's like putting healthy boundaries in place, knowing when to draw a fine line and giving enough, but allowing the person to be in their own right.
And I think that's just a dance. That is a dance of life, and it's practice. And I think that's why I'm so passionate about faith system and belief, because you know what, it's an ever-going discipline. It's an embodiment of. It's a complete. We have to constantly sift through our cognitive mind to understand what's not necessary, to be able to allow the new to come in, and that's constant evolution. And so I have many metaphors. We like the gym, don't we, Sami? So it's like you lose. It's that thing, to be healthy. It's that consistent daily preparation in your food, but also in the mindset and going to the gym every day or whatever it is that keeps you feeling strong.
Absolutely. Going back to Angelina's point and just translating a little bit in order for you all, कि हम ये कह रहे हैं कि balance रखना life में from all angles is an art. It's discipline. It's discipline भी होता है, dedication भी होता है, focus भी होना चाहिए. ये तीन चीजों के साथ आप बहुत कामयाब हो सकते हो. और हर चीज में प्रैक्टिस आ जाती है. जितना आप प्रैक्टिस करोगे किसी चीज पर, उतने आप ज्यादा अच्छे बन जाओगे वही काम करने के लिए या वो चीज करने के लिए. तो एंजेलिना भी यही कह रही है अभी कि लिविंग इन द मोमेंट, कि जो इस वक्त आपके हालात है, जो इश्यूज आप इस वक्त डील करें, उन्हीं के साथ रहो। कल का, उसका, ये वो सोचने से बजाय वही हैंडल करो जो आपकी प्लेट में है। इट्स लाइक अगर मैं खाना खाऊं तो मेरे प्लेट में इतना खाना है, मगर मैं सोचूं मैंने ब्रेकफास्ट क्या खाना है, मैंने लंच खाना है, यू ऑलरेडी ओवर exerting yourself. Live in the moment, deal with what you can, try and maintain balance. Balance is in lifestyle. Angelina ने अभी ये कहा है कि हम दोनों को बहुत जिम जाना अच्छा लगता है, इसी हमारी लाइफस्टाइल में एक रूटीन बन चुकी है, एक डिसिप्लिन बन चुका है, और वो इसलिए कि हमें उस चीज से एक रिलीफ मिलता है, हमें उससे फायदा भी मिलता है. तो we must try, as Angelina has said so beautifully, to live in the moment, to have focus, and to Angelina said dance with the rhythms of life, but to keep balance in life.
That's true. That's true. Thank you very much, Samina and Angelina. We just explained to everyone today, all the audience, because this is our introductory program, and we are just talking today on general prospect of life, and inshallah in our next programs we just focus on only one issue, and then a lot of people, we're not taking any live calls, we're not responding, we only can see the messages which we can reply later on. All the audience who are connected with us, thank you. Amit Bilal, aap hamare saath hain. Thank you very much, everyone, other people who are just listening and send us some messages. We read all the messages that we can reply you. And Muhammad Salim, thank you very much, Muhammad Salim. You're also with us, and a lot of other audience. And Mariam Shahbaz, thank you very much, Mariam. And a lot of other people who are still listening and send us lovely messages. They're all welcome. And Sababat, thank you very much. Very nice. She's right. Very nice. All of problem. Malik Muhammad Akram Awan, thank you very much. Now I say thank you to everyone. This is time to thank you to everyone. And all of other people who got any problem, this is the platform. Because of the GSTV, we provide all the people. Tara, thank you very much, Tara, as well. This is the platform we can provide to all of you who might have no time to just go and found some life coach around their area. You can take up nowadays, the technology, we can have face-to-face talk with our clients, and we can talk with them if they got any problem. Samina, if you can put your camera a little bit down, because then your face going to become up a little bit, because you're slowly sinking down, Sorry about that. Now it's fine. Little bit down. Yes, perfect. Now it's perfect. And all the audience which are looking us, and I just explained this everything to everyone. Okay, we are not, this is our last and final and last show. This is our just beginning to give a platform to all those people, all the communities. Basically, just like Angelina background is from, because I just explained in the beginning, her mom is Chinese and her dad is English, and she's from a different culture. Samina, basically, she's is a multicultural. Also, she was British and Asian background, but some sort of English culture. She just grew up, but she's very cultural mom. She's very good friend. She's very good wife, and she's very good cook as well. She cooked very good food all the time whenever we met. And me, I'm here. I'm basically come from Pakistan here 12 years ago and started my own business, and I got a lot of experience from my culture and whatever I've experienced in this culture, and I have some friends from different areas, different families, and all these experiences we're going to put together into one platform to just make a nice sort of platform to just give information to everyone, especially our community, especially in our surroundings, who got any problem. A lot of people from the higher society, they know a lot of things, but in the middle and the lower area where the working class is coming, is a hard-working class, I can say. Sometimes they don't know, they got some problem going on, and how they can fix. We give this platform to everyone, except you are rich or you're poor or you are a millionaire or you are just like a salary worker. Everyone got any problem, they come here and they'll see our program. We'll discuss a lot of things, and after that, if they want some personal consultation, they will take time from our client, from our friends Angelina and Samina, and if they don't give you time, then please give me a call. I'll make time for you guys because I'm the just like I'm working as a bridge. Thank you very much, Angelina. If you end of the program, if you want to say something, some few words to our audience about our show, please. Angelina. Angelina, some few words.
Okay, I think you're saying. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's been a real pleasure to be here. I think what's happened is I have really felt because I know your work, Nadeem, and Samina, I've known you for a while as well, and the work you do. It's been a pleasure to be able to collaborate, but how we work energetically, because I often, like I said about the language thing, it's often just the unity of just being able to have a mutual intention. And when the mutual intention is right, it flows despite the challenges and difficulties. So, yeah, it's been really good just to be able to energy share and be able to impart some of our enthusiasm if we can.
Mata.
Nadeem, are you there? Hello, have we lost Nadeem?
Oh.
I think we've lost Nadeem.
Yeah, clear now, Samia. I can hear you.
I can hear me finally.
Oh no.
We've lost Nadeem.
Everything is clear, all I can hear.
But Angelina,
there's been a lot happening all at once, hasn't there?
Yeah, there has been a lot, but it was brilliant the way you picked up on everything. And just going back, and I think we're still on live. For the audience, it's so important to share best practices from different cultures, religions, views, especially we live in such a global climate. इस वक्त हमारे पास बहुत access है to a lot of information, to a lot of resources, to a lot of very wise people. We should really look with an open mind to take the best of everything and make it work for you.
Absolutely, 100%.
And
it is about being able, yeah.
Has Nadeem come back?
You're watching GSTV UK. Keep watching.
We're back.
We'll wait a little while. I suppose we can maybe take this opportunity to have a bit of dialogue before Nadeem comes on, I imagine.
I was going to say, yeah, definitely. I don't know if we've got any questions that came online that we can help answer while we're here.
Absolutely. While we wait for the questions, I just wanted to pick up on what you said, Simi. You were saying about the end bit. I just wanted to get that. I think you were saying something about you being your own person, your own set of values, and this isn't a prescriptive share. This is something about helping inspire others to make their own decisions and find their own clarity and options. Really, it's about having options and choices where we feel like we haven't any.
And we're so privileged. We live in a world at the moment where we have access to a lot of information, a lot of resources.
Yeah, and it goes to show it's kind of, and I always say in therapy terms, is the way we can kind of is to focus on what we want to draw in. within the aspect of having the perceived oppression in our mind and in our thoughts, and reaching for yeah, and imagination works really well with that, you know. And like you said, once that can kind of be able to find those choices, they're more accessible. They seem in our reach because we just completely shifted a part of our brain to be able to see what's around, to be able to grab and access.
And I think for you and me both in our work, Angelina, as Nadeem was saying, I'm going to say in order that I was saying just now, being an outside person, किसी की health problem, किसी की spiritual problem, emotional problem, to view that from an outside perspective is a good thing, because we can sometimes give more clarity. हम उस चीज पर ज्यादा clarity दे सकते हैं, ज्यादा direction दे सकते हैं इंसान को, जब वो बहुत ज्यादा अपनी दुनिया में गुमसुम हो चुका, उनको समझ नहीं लग रही कि क्या is impacting me. Where is it? Is it my health? Is it my emotional state? Is it my outside circumstances? कि क्या क्या मेरे ऊपर क्या गुजरा है अभी इस वक्त, उनको समझ नहीं पाती. तो हम कोशिश करते हैं एक बैलेंस लाने के लिए इंसान के लिए, for balance in lifestyle, balance in health, balance in nutrition, balance in your mindset, balance in your spirituality. Because once you have balance, you have clarity. When your balance is shifted, there is no alignment. And when there is no alignment, that is where you experience the most discomfort or the most amount of stress to you. And sometimes we have to go through stress and challenges to learn something new, to become a better person than what we were.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And I think you said something about being on the outside of what is the murk, and something about maybe what is our soul. So yeah, I love the whole concept of holistic and holistic work and holistic life. I don't know if we are still on.
I think we are. It says we are online, but we've lost Nadeem. We've lost our host.
We've been left to it, haven't we?
I know. Nadeem, are you coming back? I don't. Oh, he's on. I think he's coming back to close the show.
There's something. The presenter of the show will be.
Nadeem, are you there?
I'll send a message. I don't know how the questions work either. There's I see there's some comments that come up. So if we haven't and that might have been explained, but we've had that, so I haven't got everything. But I'm taking it that we'll be able to respond to questions that have come up during the show that we haven't been able to reply to.
That's right. I think I think we'll get we'll have to get people to refer back to our Facebook pages and things, so we can pick up on questions and anything that they may have that we haven't addressed for them already. Please, जिसने भी शो सुना है, प्लीज जिसने भी आज शो सुना है, आपकी कोई क्वेश्चंस, आपकी कोई चीजें जो एड्रेस नहीं हुई, आप हमें इनबॉक्स कर दे, फेसबुक पर हमें मैसेज कर दे, नदीम को कर दे, और वो हमारे से कांटेक्ट करके और रेफर कर देंगे ताकि हम आपके सवालों के जवाब दे सकते हैं. I was just letting everyone know, Angelina, that we will respond back via Nadeem, or they can inbox us separately, and we will get back to them if we haven't covered anything for them.
Yeah, that's brilliant. It's nice to be able to feed off what comes back, and so we can give better value and address what's current and valid for everyone in their individual experience. So yeah, I really feel strongly about being able to connect after, because often things are said that creates a kind of a process in the mind, and it leaves a kind of opens a doorway to extra processing on top.
Yeah, it leaves doubt. We want to open the doors and close them at the same time in a structured way.
Yeah, that's a really good point. It's being able to, and that's where a little bit of sometimes I think that's the fear, isn't it? When we become self-aware and we go on that journey of discovery, is how do we contain all that and the process and close it down? And that's a bit like we were saying about being active and then being passive.
Yeah, definitely. Healthy boundaries, so we know where we start and we leave off. And I don't think he's back.
Yeah. No. We'll wait for the producer.
We're waiting for the producer, yeah.
You're watching GSTV UK. Keep watching.